now. So click link in bio.
Oh, okay. All right, well, it's the pre-show now. We can let everybody gather in. Dude, so and we got those gummies. Yeah, we definitely want to talk about those gummies.
Yeah.
Let people get ready for that.
I just got an update on Facebook Live.
There you go.
From our show.
So you can use that link.
Yeah.
It's live now.
Link in bio.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's perfect. All right, cool. So Strizzy, if you wanna,
we ready to go?
Well, yeah, I'll start our intro in a second here.
Okay.
The only other thing is the YouTube link. Let me see. Or Maira, do you have the link you need?
No, I got the Facebook Live one, not the YouTube one.
Okay, hold on.
Will you text it to me?
Yeah. What up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We got a giveaway today?
Yeah, I'm going to do a Nike gift card.
Hey.
Yeah. Because that's my favorite. I mean.
Of course.
Got to.
That's just what I do. All right, let me see if I can text this link out to you real quick, and then we'll be good.
I just put join us to win. I meant to put win, and my phone put it to wine. So I don't know what's wrong with my phone.
Well, Strizzy,
I know your phone's at.
Strizzy, do you have some more of that Dwayne Wade wine?
I do. I got two bottles that I'm not opening yet. That's good.
Well, when are you gonna break that out?
I don't know. I'm saying for a special occasion or something.
Gotcha. The other one was good though, right?
Nah, they were both fire. The red one was really good though. And I'm not even real red, like a red wine drinker, but that red one was good.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh. What's good?
Let's go.
We getting called out already. You guys know I have internet problems all the time. What it do?
What's good, Russ?
All right, let's get started here. Let me find our Alrighty then. Let's get this thing popping. I think I got the agenda ready. All right.
Yes, sir. Pop the pre-show.
Let's get it.
Y'all got it.
All right.
What it do, baby? So, like a chat podcast, episode 38. It's your boy Strizzy in the building, and with me, as always, I got my co-host, my boy, my dog, my one since day one, Mr. ADub in the building. What's good, family?
Just chilling, living the dream. What's good?
Not much, man. You know what it is. And with us, as always, the lovely Maira Mae. What's good?
What's up, slackers?
So we got another fun-filled, packed-up episode for you guys today. Thanks for joining in live. As promised, we do have a giveaway to give away sometime during this episode, so you're gonna have to tune in, rock with us, and then for your chance to win that. ADub, you got the schedule and the details. Game, what's good?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
ADub, back to you.
I know, right? More technical.
Slackers, we need to start a GoFundMe to get ADub what's that called? The Ethernet cord?
I'm saying, get my new man a modem or something. A new modem or something.
You gotta get him a Ethernet cord.
For sure. So while ADub fixes this stuff, we'll chime right in. So during the episode, guys, rock in with us, send your comments, questions, all that fun stuff. Tune in on any topic that we're going to be talking about and getting into. And with that being said, anytime you guys say anything or whatever, we'll enter you into the contest and we'll randomize the winner before the episode's over.
Let's get it. Oh, we done dropped ADub now.
I think he dropped out to jump back in, so hopefully he'll jump back in right now.
For sure.
So give us a quick second so we get my boy back in here.
Did you see the Los Angeles Rams players wearing their uniforms, like doing random things at the house, like cutting the bushes?
Yeah, I saw that. I
really like the all blue uni.
Yeah, I'm feeling the color. I was weak though. Somebody, I think it might have been Trevor actually. He was clowning on them, talking about their uniforms look like Best Buy employees.
Yeah.
I was rolling. Really quick. Sure. So really quick, while ADub gets his stuff fixed and situated. With the schedule for today, guys, we got cleanups of the week. Follow, a couple of things about we'll talk about the Michael Jordan last two episodes of The Last Dance. We got NFL talk as usual. We'll review our predictions as far as the our football teams go from last week. Talk about the new Rooney Rule enhancements that's going to be proposed, and then talk about Baker and Dunbar. Do we want to go there? LBJ, NFL, Cowboy story. And then we'll play our normal games, and then we'll pick a winner for the podcast or for the giveaway. So, hopefully, if we're lucky, ADub will jump back in here. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started. Also, you'll notice we're missing Maarcus. He had some stuff he had to work on, so he'll probably pop in a little bit later, as well.
I am busy updating my IG. So y'all hit me up on IG, follow me on IG. Our handles are here at the bottom at Maira Mae.
Gotta get that at symbol in there.
I know. What happened to my at symbol today?
I don't know.
It's always in there, but today it's not. And then my whole thing's not in there, at Maira Mae San Diego. I think ADub handles that when he invites me in.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see Michael Thomas and Devontae Parker from the Dolphins getting into it?
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't even see what they were complaining about, but they were arguing about something, and Michael Thomas was basically, talking about how he's the best receiver in the league, and Devontae Parker can't even sit at his table and all this other stuff. I'm low-key getting tired of Michael Thomas, though. Like, he low-key might be the biggest crybaby in the league, for real. Like, he always got something to cry or complain about. It's starting to get old.
What I really liked was Big Boy from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers talking about, like, the greatest addition that they got was Tom Brady. Mike, good God, why can I not think of his name right now? That always happens to me. Played at Texas A&M. Big boy with the tats.
Big boy with the tats?
Yeah, played at Texas A&M. Oh my gosh, somebody save me.
Football or basketball?
He played football. He now plays with Tampa Bay.
Oh, Mike.
Mike Larry.
Right. I can't think of his last name either, though. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yes. Why is this happening to us right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, but he put out there, like, the best thing to happen to them was the addition of Tom Brady. Like, they
Mike
got.
Evans. Thanks, Trev.
Thank you, Mike Evans.
I kept wanting to say Mike Brown, but I knew that wasn't it. I don't know why. Alex is over here commenting and stuff like that. He ain't even online yet. Man, if you don't get back online,
Come on, Cletus.
Yo.
All right, cool. Let's get it.
Oh my gosh.
ADub.
Right.
While you were gone,
Y'all are missing all these comments we were making.
while you were gone.
So it always puts me in private chat first, not live comments. So I wasn't seeing them at first, but yeah, I got it. I got it now. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Hey, while you were gone, we started a GoFundMe account to get you better internet. We got to get you to stop running on McDonald's Wi-Fi.
No, you guys want to see something funny? Look down here. I got the 100-foot cable. I didn't even go with the Wi-Fi, but still my router found a way to crash.
That's horrible.
I tried to be so prepared for y'all, man. Oh my god.
All right. With that being said, thanks for rocking with us, guys, while we get our shit together. ADub, as always, man, we going to you with the schedule, brother.
Okay, so yeah, I appreciate you running it down for me a little bit. We'll just jump into the cleanups of the week. So one thing we forgot to say is Drew Pearson actually was the first 88 to win a Super Bowl. So shout out to Drew Pearson.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We missed that last time. And then he was also Tony Hill and Tony Dorsett were the first 2 wide receiver and running back duo to all go for 1,000 yards. So Cowboys offense was legendary back in the day.
Legendary.
Once upon a time.
And hopefully we'll be getting right back to that. MJ's Father's Day game was actually against the Sonics to win a ring. I think we said it was against the Pacers. Maybe we messed that up, so we got to fix that. And then the other thing too is I wanted to talk about, I know we talked about like having to wait to get certain game systems and stuff like that, but I did want to say my mom and my parents always held me down, and I had the Sega Game Gear. That's the one thing that held me over for the longest. Y'all remember Game Gear?
I do. I remember I had that Sonic game for it. It was the first one I got for it.
I had that and the Lion King, and it was dope. And that held me down for a long time. But I do remember too, it reminded me of this one story when we were at Black Angus for my birthday one year, and it was when the PS2 had just come out. Mm-hmm. And my parents, they came together, they each gave me like half the money to get a PS2. And I was so happy. Like I still remember that every time I am at that Black Angus or go by there, I always remember that day. I was like, dang. And I went to Babbage's that same day and got it. They actually had it in stock. So I'm dating myself though, because Babbage's is old too.
I was about to say, he just like Babbage's. I'm weak.
But yeah, but we always had the fun games and stuff like that. They always held us down. So I just want to say shout out to my parents for that, keeping me with the games always.
For sure.
We were talking a little bit in the Slack chat too about PS4s too. That was funny. I'm gonna get on Maarcus when he gets back. I'm gonna let him know.
Gotta let him know. Hey, speaking of that, Lion King was so hard. Wasn't Donkey Kong on that one too? Donkey Kong was sick too.
That was on the Game Boy.
Yeah, that's right.
I never had the Game Boy.
Speaking of that, like my kids wanted the PS4, so I got them the special edition Spider-Man one. Of course, man. Because it's red, and because everything in my house is red. So I was like, we can do a red one in the TV room. But yeah, they got the special edition little Spider-Man PS4.
That's sick. Yeah, it's always important to have the games and get them started early with that too. So
got to.
I'm telling y'all, this quarantine time has given them the opportunity to really get on Fortnite, and they're like, Mom, if you enable I don't know what it's called, something 2FA, we can now join tournaments. And they're convinced that they're going to win money. I'm like, how much money I get off of this if y'all win?
Oh, see, I thought they were just going to the Travis Scott concerts or whatever.
Oh, no, that's another thing.
Crazy.
That's another thing. We need to start a GoFundMe account for my children, Andre and Amari, because these requests on Fortnite are becoming insane. It's like every week, like, can I get $25? Can I get $10? There's a new pickaxe. And I'm like, bruh. So yes, please send all money.
A new pickaxe.
Yeah, please help me out, guys. Send all money to my Cash App to support my children's Fortnite addiction.
Too funny. All right. All right, let's get it popping though. Let's move along. Let's get into our NFL talk.
That's right.
So I did want to talk about our predictions. I mean, we did our predictions last week for our records, and I did want to basically maybe open up a contest for our viewers to like send in their favorite team and then their prediction for their record. Or we already got a couple actually on last week's show, so I think
Right.
I kind of want to start to do something like that, collect that. I know it's kind of like a long-term thing, but if people want to kind of throw it out there, since we're keeping record of this anyways, we might as well, do that.
For sure. That's a
So,
good idea.
so yeah, if anybody wants to get in on that, and then also when the football season does come, we are going to start on like either CBS or Yahoo. We're going to start where every week you can do the picks. We're going to do the picks online. So instead of like last year how we did them hand counted, we're going to do them online on there, and we're going to open up for anybody to join too. So that way we can compete, and it'll be easier on me because remember I had to keep all those records, and that was tough on me.
I know, for real.
You guys know I'm terrible, so
it's rough though. It's rough.
Yeah, we ain't gonna judge you.
As fun as this is, you know what I'm saying? It's another full-time job. So
yeah, I was thinking that way we can easily pull it up, like, and just show our records or whatever, and then compete to see who can do it. I always wanted to see if like anybody could get a perfect record, like a perfect pick. It could happen, but it's still so rare. So we'll see.
Tough.
So we're gonna do that though, a couple of different things because I always like to look at the matchups every week. That's like one of my favorite things about the NFL. Other thing was the Rooney Rule. I wanted to talk about this, so we didn't even get a chance to talk about it before it was like introduced and part of it was passed.
Yeah.
They did basically lift like the tampering rules. So it's supposed to hopefully get more people opportunities to interview and stuff like that, which I think that part is cool. As long as they're lifting the tampering for everybody, so that's straight across, that's cool.
Yeah.
They also talked about though and the thing that didn't pass was the incentives, and they were going to basically like move up the third round draft pick a certain number of spots, whether you hire a black head coach or a black GM or minority, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So that part was kind of interesting to me. I think that I wouldn't really want that. To me, I wouldn't really accept that. You want to be on an even playing field, but I just wanted to let you guys see what you guys thought about that. They did basically table it for now. They're not going to go forward with it, but what did you guys think of them even introducing that concept?
Yeah, for sure. Basically, kind of like you said, like I, as an African American male, we talk about equal rights all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing we're constantly fighting for. It's something we've always fought for, and nothing's changed. You know what I mean? It's something that we're still honestly, truly fighting for. So for me, like no handicaps. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to hire me because I'm the most qualified for the job, then just don't hire me at all. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how I feel about it.
It just kind of feels like it's like a slap in the face. Like it's like something under the table. Like, oh, because you're a minority, we're going to give you these picks. Like, it doesn't sit well with me. Like, I agree with you, Strizzy. Like, give me the job because I'm qualified for the job. Don't give me like a handout, especially to the teams. Like, if they hire a minority coach, because if we talk about the ownership, like the ownership is not on an equal rights playing field. So I agree with you on that, Strizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird too. I would think I wouldn't want to be hired too and be like, did they hire me because they get improved draft picks?
Yeah.
Did they hire me for me? Even though, I mean, that is still a big move to make just for a couple draft pick slots. So it's just kind of weird, but I wouldn't want them to be able to say anything about like, oh, well, this helped you out or whatever, or you got a better draft pick, so that's why you were successful or something like that. It's just kind of weird to me. One other thing that they did do though is they did update it to where now basically you have to at least interview 2 external minority candidates for a head coaching position, and then they extended it to at least 1 for like an offensive coordinator type position, and then they added 2, 1 minority candidate or woman candidate for like senior level football positions as well. So that's kind of interesting to me. That seems like that might progress some things forward in different ways, but I still kind of feel like it's phony. Like if you're forcing people to interview a number of people, you get coaches that end up being patsies and just interviewed just to say they did.
Exactly. And we talked about that like a few episodes ago, where it's like they're just, interviewing to say that they interviewed them. You know what I mean? And that's a waste of everybody's time. That's a waste of management's time. That's a waste of the coach's time. You know what I mean? If I live in Arizona and I'm gonna go, interview for a job in Florida, in Miami or whatever, knowing I'm not gonna get the job in the first place, that's a huge waste of my time, waste of my money. It's just I'm gonna be more annoyed more than anything.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was trying to put that comment up there so where it wouldn't cover your whole face. My bad.
Let's get my eye level. Creeps that.
We can put it back up.
Trevor too, so yeah.
Yeah.
Put it back up real quick because that's like something really important. Trevor says, I disapprove. Your draft is based on your performance, not the racial diversity of your staff. Agreed with Strizzy. That's affirmative action gone wrong. People might be getting jobs just so the team can get a better pick, and that's whack. 100% agree. Just like you all said, people are going to start hiring just based off of diversity, and that's headed in the wrong direction. Like I said, it's a slap in the face.
Definitely.
I like this comment too, right here.
Yep.
Mark says that's a slippery slope. It's forced diversity and fake. Absolutely, that's exactly what I was getting to. Give people the job based on them being qualified for the job, but at the same time, when you're interviewing candidates, you interview on a level playing field. You don't take into account. I mean, come on, isn't that like a violation of Title IX? Like, you're not supposed to include race, sex, religion. So here it's like in the opposite direction. You're throwing it in there now and incentivizing it. If you hire somebody of racial diversity, now you get draft picks. So that in itself seems like a violation of Title IX. I'm happy that they tabled it right now. I hope there's more thought into it. I mean, I don't think it's right to incentivize something just off of somebody's ethnicity.
I know.
Right. Some people are saying too that they might have introduced it knowing it would never pass, just to kind of spark conversation, just to see what might happen. Because I mean, they did kind of bring it off the table pretty quickly, but it's very interesting. The only thing I guess I would say I agree with is the anti-tampering. If you're going to take that away for all, under coaches, like not just minority coaches, but everyone, it's that might give people more chances, to move forward. So
great comment, Mark DZ.
So the other thing too is NFL trying to make up for cap still. This is interesting comment here. Maybe this is part of Jay-Z's stuff too, trying to basically put their best foot forward and basically let everyone know what their intentions are. Maybe they are good intentions, but it seems kind of misguided to do incentives like that.
Definitely.
But no, good comments though, and all that. I think the only other thing on NFL Talk was the Quentin Dunbar and DeAndre Baker story. That kind of hit close to home. You guys know I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. I just think it's kind of they did enter non-guilty pleas and they'll move forward and everything. I just hope that basically the allegations are not true. If they are, it sucks. It seems like two guys are basically trying to live up to a certain persona and stuff, and it's a bad decision if you really do something like this and throw away your whole career, because I don't see them coming back from that. I didn't want to get too much into it, but I just thought that was just too real almost. It's like, dang, for real?
Yeah, especially in today's NFL. You know what I mean? Like you go back to like the 90s and stuff like that, stuff like that. Although they took certain situations seriously, back then you're a lot more likely to get forgiven for certain things to be able to continue your career in the NFL. Nowadays, man, it can take one slip up. Like one slip up and you're out, you're done. It's a wrap. No team's gonna look at you again. You know what I mean? So, these guys are still, playing in college, and hopefully, like you said.
No, not in college. They're in the NFL.
Oh, you're right. My fault. I'm sorry. I'm thinking from Georgia. But yeah, dude, like it literally just takes one slip up. It takes one mess up, and
that could be it.
Yeah, they always say, it's supposedly supposed to be, innocent until proven guilty, but it's not really how it runs in the NFL nowadays. It's usually guilty until proven innocent. So it's the complete opposite. So hopefully, everything if they didn't do it, then hopefully it turns out for them. But if they did, then just stupid, just dumb all around.
And the allegations are whack. Like, you're at the party and you steal money and valuables from people there while holding them like at gunpoint. Like you're being in the NFL, you are set to a higher standard of how you carry your character outside of the realm of football. I mean, people know who you are. People know that you play in the NFL. So I just think, you know, that if the allegations are correct, that's 100% whack. Like, you made it. Like, you made it. You are the small percentage of collegiate football players that make it to the next level. And to throw it all away for something so minute like cash and watches, like, it's not about got them messed up. Absolutely. Like,
but but part of it too, Maira, is like that they were at this high stakes gambling, you know, event or whatever, and that they had lost like $70,000 like the week before or earlier that week. So it seems like what they're saying is they went there with the intent to get even or to get back, and that's crazy. Like, just take that loss. If you really lost it like that and they didn't cheat you or whatever, take that loss and learn from it, hopefully. But man,
even if they did cheat you, like, it's like you said, like, you're too high profile for something like that. No matter what you do next, you know, you're under a microscope at all times. You know what I mean? Like, people are always watching. People be snitching like a mug. So, like, you gotta take the loss or go to the proper authorities, however you want to handle it, you know, or lawyer up. But whatever the case may be, like, you took that risk, man. You got $70K. No, like, that part's low key on you too.
Right.
First and foremost, you know, keep your nose clean entirely. Like, should you be there gambling at somebody's house? You know, like, it's just bad decisions and people not being guided in the right way. Like, you didn't pull out after you lost 5,000. Like, I don't know about you all, but if any of my money goes out of my pocket like that for free, like, I'm pulling out. Like, as soon as I see them going down, I'm pulling out 70,000. Like, that's a whole lot of money.
I thought $100 and I'm tripping.
It's a little different. It's a little different, and we all are a little bit, you know, older and wiser at these years, and we, like, at least I can't speak for y'all, but I've never had to face those type of decisions like a young man like those guys do. So that's crazy. I can't say what I would or wouldn't do, but let's go to a lighter note though. Maira, you were talking about this one, the little story about LeBron and the Cowboys.
Yes. Yeah. So I shot that over to you all yesterday. So LeBron basically said that during the 2011 NBA lockout, they started having considerations, like him and his team, his trainers, to actually work out. And I guess in the story, hopefully I get this correctly, his trainer being from Texas, like, shot that out there, like, hey, you know, going to Irving, Texas and playing for the Cowboys would be something. And supposedly, if I understood the story correctly, LeBron James got a contract offer from Jerry Jones, and he has the contract offer in his office or something of that nature.
Wow.
But I thought that was absolutely crazy. Like, LeBron always talks about, and people talk about, how he was a phenomenal football athlete as well in high school, but that he never got to finish his football career. And he even says that, you know, like, I always feel like I never finished that part. Like, I never finished my football career. So for me as a Cowboys fan, like, can you just imagine, like, LeBron James to the Cowboys?
I think it'd be pretty cool, but to me, it's like a lot easier said than done. It's an interesting story though. And they do say he was a baller in high school. He was a beast, but and apparently he is a Cowboys fan too. So
for sure. He is where he's supposed to be though. He is where he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Talent-wise and financially.
Can you imagine, you know, football and basketball, like, the beating on your body is totally different. Can you imagine, like, him going onto the football field now with where he is at in his career as a basketball player? No. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
you definitely have so much more longevity in basketball than you do in football.
This isn't like MJ going to play baseball. Like that's a whole nother. Yeah.
And that was another thing. Like, if you start reading the comments in that story, people are like, "Oh, he's trying to be like MJ because MJ played baseball," and I'm like, "No. That's like a whole different sport, like whole different arena. There's no like developmental league for the NFL." And nothing tied to it. So it's not like he could go anywhere and get practice. Like, if they did give him the go ahead, he's going full speed against people who have played high school football, who have played collegiate football, and now are at the next level. So,
yeah, no,
you know, the way it happened, the way the story is, like, it's a cool story to tell, but I do not think LeBron, for the longevity of his career and his status as a basketball player, playing with the Cowboys would have been a good move. It would have been great on a fan perspective, but not on a physical perspective for him and the success he has in his career.
Yeah, for sure, Christian. And we saw how that ended.
Yeah. Also, Christian had a good point about DeAndre Baker, and then me was talking about priorities all messed up for sure.
Yeah, it's twisted like some dreadlocks.
Here goes Trevor with the big comment again. LeBron has played for 17 years, average NFL career is 3 years. So yeah, I think you better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. plus just in guaranteed money alone, like basketball is where it's at. Like you got some of the like mid-range basketball players making the same, if not more, money than the top tier NFL quarterbacks. So it's like, basketball wise, your contract's fully guaranteed. Like, get that back, get that NBA money.
Yeah.
And not just that, but like also like you know how some people say like they play for rings, like they don't play for money. There's that kid who sat in the bench for the Warriors and for the Raptors and has 3 rings, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's true. That's too funny. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building too. I think super producer in the building, a couple other people in the building, my boy Linguist. So what's up? Everybody, welcome along. Also, Trevor, one more thing. Yeah, not to mention LeBron's endorsements. Yeah, that's one big thing. In the NFL, they can't see your face like that. You got the helmet on and you're one of many players. Whereas in the NBA, if you're a great player, you're impacting the whole game, so you're one of 5. They can see you.
And not just that, but like his biggest NBA contract came like in 2003, like in his rookie season. So
yeah,
keep it on the basketball side, LeBron. It was a great story, and like I said, from the fans' perspective, it would have been so much fun. But from like a realist perspective, stick to basketball. Like, definitely no two ways around it. Hey, welcome to the show.
All right. Let's jump into other sports talk real quick. One thing that was actually brought to my attention. Let me see if I can share this without everything going AWOL.
Without YouTube shutting us down.
So yeah, this is one thing. I don't know what it'll look like. We'll see what it looks like. Do you guys see this?
Yes,
Trevor and I were watching some golf together. This is Maarcus playing his Tiger Woods. He was messing up too. But so Trevor and I were watching this the other day, and Trevor also brought to my attention that they did golf on Sunday. That was pretty tight. I didn't even know about this. So
I saw shout out to our boy Mark. I saw him post something about it too on the grams. So slowly but surely we're getting things back.
I was talking to Trevor. I was saying I thought it was dope that they're wearing shorts and that they're like they don't have caddies, like they're just more casual and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was saying it was cool to hear them just like chatting up and stuff like that. So pretty dope.
That's so dope.
You got that Rona? Shit, me neither. You got no? Cool, we good then.
And then they also had NASCAR this weekend, so
they probably tripping carrying their own stuff though.
Oh. The game always cheats. But Also, Bundesliga, German soccer returned. My pops and I, we watched Bayern Munich play. They have no fans. It's kind of weird. They have rules like, obviously no high fives, no hugging. But one of the rules is like no spitting. And I know spitting is gross, but when you're playing sports, you're running for like 90 minutes. That's kind of hard. That's a natural thing to do.
Yeah.
So even though it's kind of
like the little snot rockets, like
they do that all the time.
Is that a yellow card if they catch them spitting? Because like you said, that's automatic for me. Like I wouldn't be able to be like, oh wait, never mind, my bad. Like there's no way. Yeah. For real, swallow it. No, there's no way.
Yeah, and then all the reserves were like spread out a little bit, and they all had masks on and everything. But it was interesting. It was cool to see. It was weird without the fans, especially because soccer is so driven by the fans.
Wait, who had masks on?
Like the reserve players and everybody like on the side and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But the actual players on the pitch, they did not have masks on.
Okay. So we opened gyms back up here in Texas, and I don't know about you all, but even when I go to the grocery store, like I cannot breathe with the mask on. Like the minute I'm out of the grocery store, I'm like, the hell with this, right? So our gyms open back up, and you can go to the gym, but you have to wear a mask. I cannot be on the stair stepper huffing and puffing with a mask on. Like I know people wear those masks like already to help them train. Yeah, like but
respirator.
Yeah.
Or not respirator, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, training mask.
We felt it. The training mask, elevation mask, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could not do that. But yeah, that's crazy that they would have the reserve players. I mean, it makes sense though, if they're sitting close to each other in close proximity.
Well, and they were kind of a little bit spread out, but when they went down to like run their little laps, or sometimes they go down to warm up, they took the mask off right away. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough. Really, because like I have one of the training masks, so I'll wear it when I'm doing some cardio and whatnot. And man, they're hard to breathe in, man. So I can't really imagine. Right. I mean, I guess I can't imagine working out in them because it's rough. But
yeah. This is Maira. You okay? You good?
Wait. At first, the door closed by itself, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
Somebody back there.
You just call somebody.
And then I hear a little noise, and yeah, there's somebody in here.
No shirt gang.
No shirt gang.
Maarcus here.
You can hear them. Hold on,
Maarcus isn't here yet. I think was he asking about Maarcus?
Yeah, he's asking about Maarcus. Why is Maarcus not here?
Oh, he's busy. He's a highly sought after man.
All right.
But he's gonna be back as soon as he can.
Go win me some money
Okay.
on Fortnite.
Fortnite. Let's go with it all night.
It's so funny. That's one thing we bet on every episode. Is it gonna be a shirt or not?
This guy, no shirt all the time.
No shirt gang.
You could bet on this one, no shirt all the time.
Hey,
work on
that.
So, yeah.
I have a great time.
Thank you.
All right. So one other thing I was gonna share was this. I was watching KBO and I saw this. So it's pretty cool. This guy, he hit the home run off the car and he get to win the car.
Dang.
Oh wow.
This dude used to be in the league for the Astros and a couple other teams. It's pretty tight though.
Astros kicked him.
He couldn't hear the trash can. But yeah, he gets to win the car. That's pretty tight.
That is tight. What are the odds, right? That you hit the car exactly.
And it's sponsored by Kia. That's what's so funny. It's pretty tight though.
Hit the car, win the car. But now you gotta buff out. Yeah, now you gotta buff out that dent though that you just put in that mug.
They said that too. They were like, and he might have had some dents in it.
So just put up, do they fix the dent or does he have to take it as it is? That is so true. Like, man, it's facts. Like, whoa, hold on.
You gotta file an insurance claim before you even got insurance on it.
Oh, Kias are dope. I just thought it was funny that the team is actually called like the Kia Bears or something like that, and they got the car. I mean, it makes sense. So, oh man, it was pretty funny. But I wanted to segue that into baseball. It looks like we might not be getting baseball back, or I don't know. The players are still not liking this whole 50-50 split. But we'll see. I guess time just keeps ticking because they want to do it July 4th weekend type. So that would be the time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or you guys think baseball is going to come back?
I think it might actually. I think that I think they've got a pretty solid plan. At least they have a plan. You know what I mean? Which is good. I think if baseball comes back, then I think football definitely starts on time, which is what I'm definitely hoping for. But if I think it was like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, Silver was saying that they want to have a plan to meet with the players and have an answer by 2 to 3
They ride
weeks.
clean, by the way, Christian. They do ride clean, those Kias.
That puts the kid like a Benz. Facts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's so funny, though.
No, you're straight. You're straight. But yeah, the NBA want to have an answer. I want to say by the end of this week. I'm thinking. So if they don't have an answer by the end of this week and they don't get something, some type of plan before baseball starts, it's a wrap. We talked about it being a wrap, I think last week and the week before that, but I don't know. I think at this point, basketball is just kind of let's this season go and just pick up from October. Pick back up in October.
So according to MLB, like you were talking about, ADub, supposedly there's insights from the MLB PA that they are talking towards progressing towards a 2020 season. And that the person with insight says that they are very confident that they will have a 2020 season. The two things that are believed to be conflict is player safety and, of course, compensation. So according to the proposal, they are looking at a modified schedule, and they're hoping to have something, some type of response within the next 48 hours. So like you said, Strizzy, if there's progression of baseball before basketball's a wrap.
For sure.
Yeah. In that news, dealing with the pandemic, the Lakers got clearance from LA to open up the practice facility. But then again, that doesn't make sense because LA just went into an extended lockdown for like the next 3 months. So that's interesting in itself that they'll allow the Lakers to play, or they'll allow the Lakers to practice when the city's still shut down for a longer period of time.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but it was good. I did see like a picture of Alex Caruso in there, and I think Jared Dudley too. They're working out like one at a time, I think.
Yeah, several people are still working out. I mean, you see it like on their stories, and you see it, what they post on social media. So they are getting in there and getting workouts in, but yeah, it is very limited, to who's there. So,
right,
that's going to be interesting.
Well, let me take this one down too. I want to real quick. Let's go for another one. One more big comment from Trevor. One more thing on the baseball before we go all the way into NBA talk. He says owners are going to have to swallow the lost revenue. I get the players' side. They didn't sign their contract based on what the team makes in sales and concession. It's not like the players get a bigger salary if the stadium sells more overpriced beers on a given day. And that's exactly right. Like, I think they agreed earlier to like a prorated salary based on how many games they play. So now for them to do a 50-50 split, that's pretty crazy. And they're basically trying to cover themselves for making sure that they get their money at the end of the day and they don't make it. But to me, and my dad and I were talking about this, as a baseball owner, you might have a down year and you might just have to eat this one for all the other years of great revenue. And for even the small market teams, they make money. Like, they're still small market compared to the Yankees, but they're still making money. Like,
you mean in years and years of profit and revenue and being in the green, y'all didn't save money for a rainy day? So you can miss me with that, because they ain't making no 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're making money.
Yeah.
Right. This is the time, like, and in any business, if you own a gas station, if you own like a car wash, you might lose money in 1 year, but that's kind of part of doing business. And baseball, like, they're going to need to keep this going to just keep it strong altogether instead of like coming back like they had to do after the lockout year. Like, they need to get it going. Owners just bite the bullet. And then that way you can get back to making that big money sooner.
Exactly.
So, they'll figure it out though. But so we can move on from that though. I guess NBA talk was the only other thing. Is the Last Dance discussions, but I really want to wait for Maarcus. Honestly, I don't know if you guys want to give any like quick impressions, but I want to wait till we have a real discussion when we have Maarcus with us.
For sure. Just really quick, I saw this. I can't remember who it was. It was a receiver. I don't know. Maybe Trevor saw this too. Fact check me if you're listening, fam. There was a receiver on the Bengals, and it was a playoffs. Man, I don't even remember the year.
Yeah.
When he was like, he was talking about he had the flu or something like that during a playoff game, and he even switched rooms so he didn't get AJ Green sick or whatever. He was, yeah, man, he's about to go out here. He's like, I'm about to go out here, have me a Michael Jordan flu game. He was like, I had 2 catches for 15 yards and a fumble. He's like, and we lost. I was dying. But at the same time, like, it's true, man. Like, sometimes we look at MJ's flu game and we think
Hawkins.
Yeah, Andrew Hawkins. Yeah,
Andrew Hawkins.
Yeah, I won't get too deep into it because I know we want to save it for when Maarcus comes back. But like playing with something so that's so draining, like the flu, like we kind of take that game for granted. What he did, damn near dying on the court. You know what I mean? And like it's rough. Playing with the fever is hard. You think about when you have the flu, you got the body aches, the sores. You're hot and cold 1 second. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So we see these ordinary athletes who 2 catches, 15, a fumble, and a loss, and and then you see Michael Jordan go out there and just
give
it his all.
Yeah, the monster. Yeah, and get the championship out of it. So yeah, it's crazy.
I had to wear my little Bulls thing because definitely I was like, we're going to talk about 9 and 10. But I do agree with that. We got to save our talks for 9 and 10 with Maarcus. What I can say is this docuseries was phenomenal. The docuseries was absolutely amazing. I feel like they have to give us more.
Well, I think it's on tonight. Actually, Stephen A is doing like a after the dance like commentary thing, but I don't know.
I even had to add some Jordans to my outfit, even though nobody can see my shoes. But because I wore my Chicago Bulls fit, I had to wear Jordans. So
yeah. Oh yeah! Shout out to my boy, yo. ADub coming through with the retro 4s. You know what I'm saying? Had to go shopping during the quarantine. So I can't get those nowhere else right now. So shout out to my boy, hooking me up with some J's. Since we all were the same size or whatever.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah.
Size 13 gang.
Yeah. He hooked it up with the family discount. So special shout out to him, and then hooking it up with the microphone as well. So shout out to my boy, man.
We all got the same mics now too. We all got those.
We got little snowballs.
Yes, sir.
So we're hooked up now. We're trying to do it. Chris Down, Stephen A is the best. Stephen A is pretty dope. He gets a little crazy sometimes, but he's
entertaining at best. Like he's definitely entertaining at best.
It's entertaining, but he can take all his shit talk about the Cowboys somewhere else. We don't.
It makes sense why you don't like him now. Like it makes sense
to me. You gotta love something to like really hate it. If you hate it that much, that means you really like it. So it's all good. We know what that's really about.
He really is entertaining, and he does make that show fun. But
my boy got paid. He got paid. ESPN cashed him out.
Can't even be mad at that. Let me hold something, Stephen A. Let me hold something.
All right, so let's one other thing I wanted to say is just about, I thought it was interesting, the Steve Kerr piece about him and his dad too. I thought that was pretty interesting in episode 9, I think it was. So I do want to talk about that when we do talk about it with Maarcus. Christian called you out.
keep in mind, my boy Kristen. My boy Kristen's he's an Eagles fan too, so he's gonna be against y'all all year. So
I saw this post earlier, honestly, and
I'm gonna let him slide because he's a Garcia. I'm gonna let you slide, Garcia fan. But other than that, we ain't letting you slide.
I saw this post earlier. I was gonna just ignore it, but I will be fair. We'll be fair. So we can show it later this year. So
we're petty around here, fam. We're petty around here. If they will bring this back up.
You know how I tell you all, like I have friends who obviously root for a bunch of different teams. And they always send me like the funniest stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I crack my screen again, but do you see this? I'm gonna read it to you all.
Stay cracking your screen like every 3 weeks.
I do. I'm horrible.
Okay,
Okay.
we see the gist of it. Yeah, stay home.
It says, "Stay home so we can make COVID disappear like the Cowboys in December."
Oh,
Damn, rough.
I'm glad I can read that.
You fam are not my friend.
Krista, I don't even know what this is. Hope it's probably a good thing that we can't see it.
They're little eagles.
Oh, they're eagles.
They're supposed to be little eagles.
Gee, my thing needs an update.
He got an Android for sure.
What's up, Anthony?
What's up, Anthony? What's good, man?
The Chiefs fan always just likes to comment when it's time too.
Yeah, see how we just popped up. He was like, "Oh, we talking about the Cowboys."
Oh man, okay. So let's just jump into this or that though. Let's move on to this. You guys have a this or that for this week?
You guys go first.
Go ahead, ADub.
So my this or that is, do you prefer, and I guess this only applies to like baseball and football, but do you prefer a domed stadium or like an open outdoor stadium?
I like the open stadium just because it gives you more of the feel of football. But I do like the whole Cowboys retractable roof where you could like make it indoor or outdoor. So I'm gonna say I like an open stadium.
Open roof
stadium. Yeah, open roof stadium.
I feel that. I like the retractable domes. You know what I mean? Arizona's got a really good kind of state-of-the-art stadium where we can, and I feel like the sun's always shining, you know what I mean? But, if it, we can bring it in, we can, keep it open, which is nice. Plus, I like the fact that it's like, they call it football weather, you know what I'm saying? When it's snowing or when it's raining, like, we play rain or shine. But I'm like, man, like Super Bowl comes around, like I'm not trying to play in no snow. You know what I mean? Close the dome, like,
yeah.
Like if you're gonna beat me, because at the same time too, like it kind of sucks. Like when you're, I don't know, let's say the Cardinals or whatever, and if we were to ever get back to the Super Bowl and we got to go play New England somewhere in the snow somewhere, they're used to it. Like that's already an advantage for them. So I don't know. I like the domes because it just kind of evens it out a little bit.
Yeah, that was your boy said too, Trevor. I like the dome. Even playing Phil Kemp in the weather. Both of them we got in AZ.
Both of them. Both.
I went to a football game. Yeah, Anthony. Thanks. I went to a football game at Sun Devil Stadium and Heat wasn't nice. Yeah.
Nothing nice.
I remember going to, Cardinals games there for sure.
Same.
But it was crazy though. One of the coldest days I ever experienced, I was actually at a Cardinals game. They were playing the Giants and it was like right around New Year's Day, and the whole stadium, they ran out of hot chocolate. Like my mom was trying to get me and my friend hot chocolate and stuff. I have a memory of that. That was like a long time ago. But yeah, very hot usually. That was just an aberration. But anyways, I prefer the domes too. I think the domes look dope. I like driving and seeing it like just on the horizon. Like you see it like it looks like a big spaceship. So I would say probably the dome. And then when I was in Minnesota recently, it just looked so cool. Honestly, I was just like, this is dope. So I kind of prefer that than the open top stadiums. But
for me, I am very tropical. Like sun's out, buns out. I do not do cold very well. So like,
you say sun's out, buns out, or sun's out, guns out?
I said sun's out, buns out.
Oh, okay. Let's make sure I caught that.
So when I watch people, just sun's out, buns out. We've been on quarantine for quite a while already. But anyways, so when I see people like in the stands for Green Bay, like watching the Green Bay Packers games, and they're like shivering, I'm like, what the hell are you doing outside? They're like negative wind chill of -5. I'm like, bruh, I will sit my ass inside and watch from home. It's not that serious.
Man, it's because Lambeau be packed full time all the time. So they got that body heat. everybody just sticking together sometimes. But yeah, it's crazy. I see all that snowfall, and I'm like, I'll catch y'all at the crib.
Right?
You know what I'm saying I'm gonna catch these games early in the season and
be done with it.
Yeah, you can't even say later in the season because in Green Bay it'd be snowing all the way through to the Super Bowl. So
yeah. Anthony, though, he says, I've taken a tour of this Cowboy Stadium. Beautiful. I plan on attending some games now they live here. Yeah, he just moved down there. I'm glad you and your family made it down there safely and hope the transition's going well. I took a tour of it too, but it was crazy. I want to take a tour again because at the end of the tour, you get to go on the field and play around. But when I was there, it was actually during the Final Four, so they had the court out there and not the football field. So that was kind of cool. But I want to go back and take some pictures on the field. So maybe one day we'll do that.
Nice.
Super cool.
Trevor says Lambeau is part of history, like sitting in the bleachers at Wrigley. That's true too, but
facts.
You can keep the nostalgia. I don't know. Even though Wrigley Field was pretty dope, I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely has to be fan culture, but I'm not doing it. I'm not sitting at Lambeau when it's snowing.
Who's next for?
I need a good weather day.
Got you.
All right, so check this out. So this or that, you guys prefer, say, going into a game as the underdog or going in as the favored team to win?
Underdog. I like to go into the game as an underdog because there's always opportunity to surprise the person who's projected to win and come back with that little Cinderella story. So I would like to come in as the underdog. Like if you're projected to win like by a lot to a little, like that's not fun. So yeah, I would rather come in as the underdog than being projected to win. Makes for a better storyline, I guess.
True, it makes for a better storyline for sure. Especially if you want your life to be like a Disney movie or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that. But no, that's a tough question, but I guess, there's less pressure as an underdog, but I'd rather be the favorite because that means my team is probably better or ranked better or has a better record. So I always want to be just like dominant squad, and that's the pressure it takes to keep going, but you just got to keep going. So not that I've ever been on a dominant squad like that since a long time, but maybe when we get the Slac slots going again.
Our football team was pretty dominant, fam. I don't know, man. We were killing people. Undefeated all year, boy. But
we were until you tore your leg, or
I know until I tore my ACL.
Yeah,
I know. I feel bad about that one.
Shout out to Baljeet, our boy Baljeet. I hope he's doing well. Him and his family too. It reminds me of playing with him. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta it's kind of funny. Like I was kind of teetering on this one because at first, initially, I agreed with Maira, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be the underdog too," because I'm about to go in here and try to catch these dudes off surprise. But then I was thinking, no, I think I'd actually be the favored because what I think from my perspective, what I'd want to do is go in here if it's like a best of 7 series, like say basketball, is stomp y'all out in the first 4 games and move on quickly. And rest up for a team that I know is probably going to be a little bit more competitive. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking taking the favorite team and just going out there and just stomping y'all out.
All right, Maira, you got a this or that for us?
What a bunch of damn losers. Y'all want to go in there and fight? Y'all want to go in as
I like Underdog the cartoon, but
an undisputed champ. Y'all just want rings over there. I know which way this is gonna go because I know us already, but I'm just gonna put it out there. So with watching The Last Dance, it kind of sparks interest of whose docuseries is gonna come out next and whose is gonna be better. So would you rather watch, and I know where this is going, a docuseries about Kobe Bryant or LeBron James?
Yeah, well, you know me already.
I know where this is going.
It's funny though. I've already watched like pretty much every piece of like Kobe thing that's been done so far. All his like little interviews and his muses and his Spike Lee Kobe doing work video and all that stuff. So, I I haven't watched as much about LeBron, so I would be interested in a LeBron thing maybe sometime down the road. But you know what it is. It's all about Kobe. Come on.
Yeah.
And Anthony, my boy Anthony Weston's with me too. Kobe.
Yeah, I think I'm not ready for a Kobe one yet, though. They want to put it. Yeah, see, it's like Trevor said, Kobe, a tougher one for me would be the Lakers or the Spurs. But I think I'm not ready for a Kobe docuseries yet. Give me a year, maybe more. But I think for me, I'm with ADub. I've pretty much watched like everything there is on Kobe. It feels like at this point in time. But I think what would be more interesting about a Kobe docuseries is to see a lot of kind of the behind the scenes stuff that maybe we haven't seen, kind of like some of the stuff that we got to see with the Jordan documentary. But I would also be interested to see a LeBron one too, because I feel like he, and I can't speak on all of it, obviously, but I think LeBron might have had kind of a more troublesome upbringing, I guess you could say, than what maybe Kobe might have had. So I think it'd be really interesting, though, to kind of see like a LeBron documentary too, to kind of see how he came up, just his mom's. I remember like at one point in time, like the little movie that they did about him a little while ago with like him and his mom and that little like,
oh yeah,
I don't even want to call it a 1-bedroom apartment, but like, dude, it was tiny. It was tiny.
And that was the one Lil Wayne made a song for it or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I definitely want to see the Kobe one, probably more, but I would be interested to see a LeBron one too, though.
Yeah.
So supposedly, Kwame Brown managed to play with Kobe and MJ and had an underwhelming career.
You want to see his bio?
Thanks for that stat. For me, of course, perspective is, with the tragedy of what happened to Kobe, of course you want to see a Kobe documentary. I had the pleasure of going to one of Kobe's games. I caught him in Houston when he played against the Rockets the last season. And I had a really great seats. I was like second row in the lower bowl. Like my seats were amazing. So that was a blessing. And of course, with the tragedy, like you definitely want to see a Kobe documentary. And there has been word that he had his last season filmed, like documented, just like LeBron, just like MJ did. So I think that would be awesome to see, like you said, the scenes behind the scenes, like, locker room and him getting ready and like interaction with his family. I think that's super cool. The fact that he's like a girl dad, like that's amazing. I want to see that more of Kobe. But I do also agree with you, Strizzy. Like LeBron does deserve a docuseries. Like for me, I love who he is and who he has become outside of the world of basketball. Like being an educator and seeing him build the I Promise school and everything that he's offered there to those kids, how he's promised college after that to those children as well. Like he definitely deserves a docuseries of everything he's done. I think it's amazing how he's put his whole team on, like all his team, like his friends are successful now off of him. I think that's amazing. Yeah, I agree with what you said, Anthony, more centered on off the court stuff. So yeah, they both deserve one. I'd love to see Kobe and a docuseries on that. I do want it to wait a little bit because those emotions still are unsettled. But LeBron deserves one as well. The docuseries More Than a Game about LeBron and his high school career. Yeah, from 2008. I mean, that one in itself is really good too. It's only an hour and 45 minutes, but it does give you some insight on his upbringing. And like you said, like that 1-bedroom apartment, like I'm sitting in a huge master bathroom right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the little things that you take for granted.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of Kobe, when you were saying the emotions still, Trevor had this comment. This almost made me cry, dog. Can you read this?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Strizzy.
I was like, I just wish we could have had a Kobe one in here as insight. I don't think the Bulls one would have been as great without hearing MJ talk through so many of the events after the fact. And it's true. I was actually going to kind of touch on that a little bit too. I was watching little like put together video on Instagram, and it wasn't even of Kobe playing. It was literally just of Kobe interacting with just Gigi in all like the pregame stuff, pre-All-Star games, pre-Laker games, pre-championships games, during games, not actually shooting or playing, just looking over at his daughter and winking at her, walking up to her, picking her up and giving her a kiss, and stuff like that. And dude, like it it hits me too, because I've got 2 daughters.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely a girl dad, and I do everything with them, from volleyball to to nail painting to just the all girly stuff and sports stuff. And like it's just kind of crazy that we talk about we just never imagine him being gone this early in his life. His life was just getting started, and like you said, man, like he's not going to be here to comment on these things. Shaq could be in the documentary talking about their little beef within the Lakers, but Kobe's not going to be there to really talk about it. You know what I mean? Other players on the team who could come in there and be like, yeah, Shaq and Kobe, they were great teammates. They love each other, but man, they win at it. But Kobe's still not going to be there to comment. So it's true, man. He won't be here to really, put his mind on it as well.
Right.
And his insight behind the game, because like when you watch his interviews about like a game, like his knowledge of the game and knowing where people are going and how the play is developing was phenomenal. So yeah, I really agree that after the fact that Michael Jordan had the chance to talk about really would have made a difference if we still had Kobe. So
yeah, just to think about Michael, like how he's how they're showing him looking at the little, the tablet and, showing his reactions and sitting there and getting his thoughts, showing it like at the, when how they ended it with him, like just showing him like, stand up and kind of walk out and stuff. I can imagine Kobe doing that, and being really insightful and thoughtful about what he's saying. So yeah, that does suck that we won't get a chance to really see that. But, I'm sure that there is some more stuff that we'll be able to get and see. So,
right.
I think though that's about it though. I don't know. I think we all did our this or that's, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think it's time for our final say. And we I think I got everybody in the randomizer. I don't know if anybody the last chance to make some comments now, final push, but I think I got everybody in the list right. And there was one other thing though I did want to talk about though. My family, we do book donations every year. So for my nephew Sebastian, my first nephew Sebastian, he's what you would consider an angel baby. He was born very early, and he was born on June 3rd on 2014, and he lived with us and he blessed us for 11 days, and he went to rest on June 14th of that year. So one thing we do every year is the hospital that he was born at, we donate to their hospital books. It's called a book called On the Night You Were Born. It's very important to our family. We know very, big into reading and spending time. And that's one of the things we got to spend time with Sebastian doing. So that's a way to show appreciation for the hospital that did that for us, and the NICU where the intensive care unit for the babies. So this is my first time. Well, this is the first year of Slac during this time period. So I did want to let everybody know. I will be putting up the links, and my sister does have an Instagram page for the foundation that we do this through. It is the Sebastian James Foundation. So yeah, I want to make sure I just put that out there and let everybody know. You can buy a book on the Amazon wish list for $5, and then it's shipped over to us, and we get the books to the hospital. Every baby that is born between June 3rd and June 14th is given a book in my nephew's name. So that's something I definitely wanted to let everybody know about. If you want to be a part of that, it's really big for us, and something I'm excited to share with you guys too, if you guys want to participate. So
you already know. That's what's up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll be putting that out there, but then also we'll be continuing to do our giveaways and stuff like that. So one thing is this week is my turn. So I picked Nike, of course. That's my thing, but let me pull up the randomizer real quick and make sure that we have everybody in it. I don't want to miss anybody. So if you guys could look at the list too with me. These are the list of people I have making comments. Oh, I forgot Jesse too. So I have Trevor, Christown, Mark, Rustico, John, Anthony, and Jesse. I think everybody else that made comments was just us, but I'm just going to scroll through the comments and make sure I didn't miss anybody. And we'll do the randomizer. We're going to do it 3 times again or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
3 times.
I kind of like the 3-time thing.
Drum roll, please.
So Trevor, Rustico. I just want to make sure for sure. Mark P. All right. John. Okay. I think we're good. Anthony and Jess.
Don't worry, Trevor. Maira's mom's not in this one this time around.
Here we go again, Trevor. Trevor got 2 out of 3 last week.
No. And second time.
All right. So here we go. So I'm going to hit it now. So it's going to randomize the first time. Here we go.
Randomizer on 3 wins.
All right. Christown was first. But we've done it. So here we go. Ready for round 2?
Yep.
Oh, Anthony Wesson moves into the lead. You have randomized this list 2 times. Here we go again. This is for everything.
That's one for the winner. Oh.
Jesse J. Snuck up and sniped it. All right. So Jesse J, we'll get you we just need to get your email address, or if you just want to DM it to me or DM it to our Slack page, and we'll be good to go from there. Get you some new Nike gear.
Hey, Jess.
That's
what's up.
Right. So really quick too, before we log off, want to do a quick shout out to Refix, one of our sponsors on the show. Great way to stay hydrated with Refix, replenish those electrolytes. There's no sugars and no carbs. So shout outs to them for rocking with us, sending us some free drinks and all that fun stuff. We really appreciate you guys. Continue to rock with us. And ADub did the giveaway this week with the Nike gift card.
Thank you, Refix.
Always appreciate you guys. And then so next week it's on me. Maira did it the first week, ADub this week, and then me next week. We're collaborating with a Hawaiian Polynesian style candy, like goodies, gummies. They're called Moilicious Mois. If you guys check our latest post on Instagram, you can see how you guys can enter to win that contest, win that giveaway. Basically,
right?
Yeah. You got it. So yeah, I know, right? Hey.
That's like Antetokounmpo.
But yeah, go on the post. Make sure you're following Say Like a Champ podcast and Moilicious Mois, their Instagram page as well. Tag 3 friends in that post, and then just tune in and rock with us again on next week's episode, Tuesday, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 p.m. Maira, what Pacific, right? Pacific time, Texas time.
I'm Central. We're Central.
Okay, yeah, Central time for our Texans out there, that Midwest. And that's how you guys can win. And then you'll basically be able to go onto their page. Go to the page in general. Check them out. I've ordered from them before. The goodies are absolutely delicious.
What do you recommend? What have you tried?
So I've tried 3 things. I tried the strawberry belts. You guys have those gummy belts, like they're like yeah, right. Those are bomb. But they have like a different powder on them, so you get like a mixture of like sweet and salty. Super good. And then I've also had they have this sauce. It's kind of like chamoy. If you guys have ever had chamoy, it's like the Polynesian Hawaiian version of chamoy that they put on some of their gummies. And I've had the peach rings and the watermelon rings as well.
I want to try the watermelon rings. Yeah,
dude, they're so good, man. Like they're so hard to put down. You want to try to grab like 1 or 2, and next thing you know, you're halfway through the bag. So go through, check them out. They have so many gummies, and they're only adding new stuff every day. So you'll be able to go on there, and I'll let you guys know. I'll let the winner know like what their spending limit is, and again, go to the post, figure out how you can enter, and tune in next week to see who the winner is.
For sure. And thank you guys all again. Congratulations to Jesse. And then thank everybody for coming in, tuning in. Hope you guys had a good, enjoyable time. We love the engagement. We love to get your guys' comments out there and kind of make sure that you're part of the show. So we appreciate it.
We appreciate you tuning in every week, every Tuesday.
Appreciate you, Trevor. Grammar Police, as always. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So, well, we appreciate everybody jumping on and everything like that. And I guess, I think we'll make sure that we get in the descriptions and everything. We'll make sure we get Welicious, and we make sure we get everything else we talked about in there, so everybody can link up to it. And I'll make sure we'll put out some clips and stuff like that, and then we'll get Mad Maarcus back on here for sure next week, so we can get his thoughts on The Last Dance.
Absolutely.
So, all right, I got the. Let me make sure I got the little outro. Okay, cool. So, Strizzy, anything else?
Yes, sir. Last but surely not least, you can find me at @TheRealStrizzy on Instagram. Big Lex, where can we find you?
Yeah, at Big Lex on Instagram. I go by so many different things; it's so ridiculous. But yeah, at Big Lex, you can usually find me. And I'm back on Facebook, like we a little bit talked about last week. We're seeing how that goes. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Just for the show.
Apparently, I don't know if I signed in as Maira Mae.
It was you. By the way, I heard you talking when my head went down.
You heard me try to throw you under the bus. I'm like,
I was under the tires when I heard it. I was like, oh.
Maybe A-Dub did it. Okay.
I think next time you log in, you should be able to just
change it. Yeah. So I'll change it. So follow me on IG. It's at Maira Mae San Diego. So it's not on the screen here correctly, but
peace out, y'all.
Later, Christian.
But yeah, definitely we'll get it right. We'll get it up there, and then we're gonna have little player cards. We're gonna make little bios for there too, so everybody can find us on the page. So
definitely,
it's gonna be legit. So stay tuned.
All right. Well, with that, I'm A-Dub.
It's your boy Strizzy.
It's your girl Maira Mae.
Peace.
Peace out, Slackers.